Welcome to Dharma. We'll meditate for a few moments. Anyone new to Dharma bumps? Welcome. How did you find Dharma bumps?
Dear friend.
And well, my psychologist told me I should start like meditating and doing mindfulness, and that got me to researching. And I found you on the internet.
Anyone new to meditation? How's everyone's meditation practice? Eyes open, eyes closed. Eyes closed? Oh yeah, scary movie. Keep your eyes closed. Eyes open. It's better when crossing the street. Breathing. Everyone got that down? Sometime. Posture, body. Who has a body? Where is the body? Is the body embodied? So in Zen meditation, embodying the body is very important. Meditation isn't going someplace else. There isn't someplace else to go to. Meditation is going, say, through everything, perceiving, or with everything, completely with body and breathing and sensations, thoughts, feelings, memories, future, past. All these things are happening. Right? Anyone stop any of these things? Past? Where's past? Where is the past? Well, we all have past. Oh, yeah, it's past. Future? What we're chasing. Shopping list tomorrow. Is that what really happens tomorrow? No. But we do it anyway, right? Big habit. Construct. So then there's this conventional present when we aren't paying attention and we hit something by mistake, ouch. And there's absolute present. So meditation is interested in absolute present. Absolute present is very simple, maybe not so easy in our complicated world. So awareness, everyone? A little bit? Doesn't matter, just a tiny bit. Awareness, breathing, body. These are separate or one thing? So we want awareness and breathing body. Breathing body is kind of like as close as possible. Trying to get that. Or breathing and awareness, or like riding the same wave on different sides, maybe. So breathing body awareness, breathing body, thoughts, feelings, emotions are riding this wave of breathing and body. So you inhale completely. Maybe inhale, all these things happening, and then we exhale. Totally exhale, it's a little pause to make it happen as natural. And then that pause, we notice just afterwards, if you watch, everything's gone. And then it starts over again. And this whole phenomenon we call what? Oh, that's me. Except, where is this me? Let's try to figure out. Oh, no, that's changing. Oh, but I'm in there somewhere. Where is it? So in the center, or with this whole spacious awareness, that is this whole process is our inherent, I could call, in Zen we call unborn mind, or Buddha nature. And we get closer to that, and then there's much more expansive feeling of everything being one unified whole. It's much more natural fluidity, natural pristine awareness. So very simple and a little challenging. A little. Any question, comment? What kinds of things may come up? No good or bad meditation. Everything that's happening is just happening. Sometimes the weather, it's like our inner weather, is sometimes rain, sun, storm, thunder, lightning. All this is fine in meditation. Any comments? No distractions, no problem. Anyone get bored? Too excited? Distracted? So this is sleepy. Oh, you sit on one of the cushions like this. You get sleepy, you'll just fall and hit your head.
I think for me, I have a hard time. I switch back and forth. Like I'll focus on the breathing that I feel in my belly, and then I'll focus on the breathing in my nose, and then I'll kind of focus on just like the breathing in general, or like where energy feels stuck. But I feel like I want to stick with one of those throughout the session, but instead I'm like bouncing between all of them. Slightly defeats the purpose.
You're going to be a breathing master. It's kind of natural like that, but really, breathing has no location. Some recommendations, though, like in some methods, it's good to either keep the breathing from the point just below the navel, or also from the tip of the nose. Try and stick to one if you get too distracted. And then eventually that will kind of naturally shift, and you'll feel like you're breathing through or with your whole body, through your feet, everything all at once. So you're being breathed rather than I am breathing, kind of thing. That'll happen kind of gradually. Yeah, but you can just try and stick with one. Also helps to have eyes open a little bit to keep this tendency to move around more, kind of comes more. And again, not wide open, not focused, like we're just gazing, not focusing. We're kind of very habituated to focusing all day long because of all these things. We are constantly looking, naming, isolating, categorizing with our eyes. So this is a hard habit to really break. It's so much a given, we don't even notice it. So eyes would be like, if you hold your hands up, I can see my fingers moving without looking, and then just looking down a little bit. And that sense of then whatever enters the field of vision is just happening. It's not something to, oh well, that's a bird, oh there's a car, or no. The regular day, that's fine. Now in meditation practice, we're dropping that and just gazing. That's a good practice to do at the beach where there's a big horizon. You can also look up a little bit in that case. Or in the mountains where there's a long view. So it helps have that kind of support for this wider, spacious awareness. And again, also just as neutral as a view as possible. Like in some Zen traditions, you actually face the blank wall, or floor is empty in front of you. It's better if you're practicing at home.
That kind of reminds me of when you were saying, like, expand your view, don't focus. So you do see everything, but you don't focus in on anything, kind of let it go. That kind of reminds me of what you're kind of doing with your thoughts when you're meditating, because thoughts are going to come up, but instead of focusing in on them, just kind of letting them come and go. So it kind of reminds me of the same.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and neither trying to push anything away, thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories. We're not trying to push anything down, like, oh no, that's not good, don't do that. But we're also not jumping in and making a big party happen either. The bus is driving by, it's empty, full, one person, 20 people, whatever. We then, in our normal habitual tendency during the day, we jump in and we want to fix it, we want to change it, we want to join it, we want to do something with it, stop it. That is just to drop in meditation. That has nothing to do with meditation practice. But it's challenging. Pretty soon we're like off on some storyline, right? Well-known Buddhist teacher, Pema Chodron, she made a funny joke, but she wasn't serious. She was, it's like, this is her own experience. She was in some longer, week-long or 2-week-long retreat of some kind. And all of a sudden it's like day 5 and she's realizing she's, in her mind, written the equivalent of a no War and Peace. It's like, oops. So then we have to stop a little bit. Any more commenting? Yeah.
I noticed that I kept trying to plan, and then I would catch myself just appreciate the present moment, but I kept thinking of my agenda for the tomorrow and the rest of the week, and I do that all the time, but so much more fulfilling when I just stop and appreciate the moment.
Yeah, and it's just, everyone does this. Especially if there's something like one really working on, and like, oh, I gotta figure that out. Oh, that's what I'll do. Wait a minute, I'm meditating. And one can kind of shift out of that just by also not again pushing it away, but just including it in that present moment to some degree, and then allowing it just to come and go out. Getting caught into, oh no, I shouldn't be doing that. Right? So it's also a present moment, but it's a little subtle problem, so you want it to move on. Or maybe there's something under that also that kind of will then come up. New person, any questions?
So whenever I've tried to meditate, my mind just, like, excuse me, I can't stop my mind from like wandering and getting into details of things, and then one thing just succeeds in a different thing. And it's like a train thought almost.
Yeah, the wild locomotive, everyone has it. And what happens?
And well, when I try to do that for as long as I possibly can, and then it just sort of comes to me, and I realize I need to do something. I realize there's something I need to turn on or off, I need to go do, and then I go do it.
So the meditation ends and you start doing something.
Yeah, usually the longest I've been able to do is like 15, 20 minutes, but I haven't been trying for very long.
Yeah, length of time in the beginning, don't worry about too much. It can be even shorter. So, and then repeat, so you could do like even 3, 4, 5 minutes morning, and then again midday, again evening. And also important in that case, definitively, you'll find it, almost, there's some exceptions, it's a little different, but eyes open will help. Again, open just a little bit and gazing really wide view. And breathing, so completely inhaling all the way, and then completely exhaling, and then the lower abdomen relaxes and actually doesn't go in when you exhale, but actually goes out a little bit. This takes a little time to get used to. And to do this properly, I know most everyone's sitting in a chair, but it's easier, your knees need to be below the hips for breathing to the abdomen to be totally relaxed. Yeah, I think so. She's sitting there, that's good. So if you're sitting in a chair, it's fine, but you could put a cushion on the chair so your knees drop. It's best when practicing regularly. And you'll notice the difference. It'll make it you'll be actually more present in your body, and breathing is more natural, automatically. And again, breathing is more natural, and where your body is more present, then these kinds of thought trains automatically disperse easier.
I have a follow-up question on breathing. I know that there's kind of 2 ways where you can do like the 3 big breaths in the beginning and then go back to like the automatic breathing. or you can kind of keep it controlled the whole time, where you breathe out fully every time or breathe in fully every time. I don't know if one is more effective at a certain stage or one is more traditional.
So you're mentioning the breathing inhale, exhale in the beginning?
Yeah, it's like, I know you can do like the automatic breathing where you just kind of let your body breathe naturally and just kind of follow along with it. And there's also more controlled breathing where you purposefully exhale like everything, purposely inhale everything.
Yeah. This is in between. So you can start meditation complete, with 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth 3 times. This is very relaxing, but not to be continued in meditation. But in the beginning, inhale in through the nose very slowly, and exhale quietly, no sound, or very subtle sound. Then breathing, while it should be full breathing, is still effortless. This is tricky. It's like, oh no, it's not full enough. Oh no, it's not empty. Don't add that. It just messes things up. Doing it very naturally, and gradually, as this breathing is engaged, one's breathing will become slower and slower and slower over months or years of practice, without anything being forced at all. Totally natural, so it's totally breathing. So the number of breaths per minute drops quite a lot. Pulse drops, heartbeat drops, breathing drops. You're not forcing it. It's totally effortless. It's very much linked to our body-mind awareness and breathing are one thing, really. It's entangled, but really, we notice it when something startling or some strong emotion happens, and all of a sudden our whole body and breathing are like dead. But then the other side, when we're very relaxed, in this kind of present state, breathing slower, slower, slower. Again, it's totally inhaling. You can try the inhale, exhale, in the beginning, for your nose, exhale from mouth. Kind of sets a good opening for meditation. And then also to practice a little bit like just 2 or 3 minute meditation going into engaging in some activity. So one sits maybe 3 minutes and then you go jogging or swimming or sport or whatever, especially if it's some activity. And then it's also, it works to then meditate at the end also. This really helps shift the whole view and experience of the activity into a more spacious meditative awareness. Because really, this meditation practice is for gradually this state of mind and condition becoming seamless with our daily activity. It's not that we are, we have a stressful day and we run and sit and meditate, oh, now I can relax. Well, that's okay. But more eventually, that slowly meditation, that state more and more merges into our daily activity. So there's less and less difference between sitting meditation and what Zen would call activity meditation, whether it's cleaning kitchen, driving car, meditation, all these other different forms. Maintaining our breathing body awareness in these activities. Simple, yeah? We'll meditate for a while. Any final comments or questions?
I enjoyed the stillness.
Where is the stillness?
Upon the environment, and I think I found it within me.
Yeah. There, but not there.
I don't want to be overconfident, but quite there, but there's always room for improvement.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's stillness is when we're completely fluid with what's happening. So it seems like motionlessness, but it's just the opposite. It's like surfing the wave without, or riding the horse. Anyone ride horses? I don't. People tell me like a really good horseback rider is when there's no horse below and no rider above. Same with surfing. No wave below. No. As soon as you start thinking about the wave, guess where you end up? Anything else? Comments, questions? Thank you.